Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be sharing some garage cleanup and organization. It was way overdue. We were so excited to tackle this project and we couldn't have done it without the help of Cricut. So a huge thank you to Cricut for sponsoring today's video, and later on I'll be sharing how my Cricut helps keep us organized in the garage. It's going to be a fun video, so you're going to want to stick around. If you have not found me on Instagram yet, head on over and find me at Valerie Aguiar, where I share a lot of home, behind the scenes, and fun stuff there too. Okay, so this is what we are starting with. I am so embarrassed to show you guys this, but this is the reality of our garage. We literally moved in and just piled everything on that wall. And we have no shelving, no organization. There's really nothing but a bunch of bins just stacked up. Lots of furniture that's kind of just hanging around. We've got a lot of bikes, a lot of Christmas trees for some reason. And on this wall is our washer and dryer. We do have a garage washer and dryer. And then in the front corner, it is kind of our tool area, if you want to call it that. Yeah, that is definitely in need of some organization. This is kind of a little paint closet where I keep a lot of paint in there. And it definitely needs some organizing, and there's a lot of trash in there too. So I definitely need to go through that. So my advice when tackling a big project like this is to just start. The hardest part is starting. Once you get a little corner, you'll feel, oh, little ice cream break there. You'll feel a little bit more successful once you tackle like one small area, and then you'll just want to do more and more, hopefully. So I am starting with this cabinet. Like I said, it is just a lot of paint and a lot of old stuff. We fixed up a house prior to this house, so we have a lot of stuff that's just kind of hanging around, things that we don't use anymore. So I am literally just throwing things away that are no longer needed, old, crusty, trash, just get rid of it. And then after I pretty much got the shelves cleaned off, I can go and sweep them or vacuum them, wipe them down. I had some paint that was kind of lingering over in that corner, so I'm going to move those into the cabinet. And then I'm going to move on to this opposite corner. We have a bunch of leaves and dust. I don't know why it gets so dirty in there, but it does. And we really don't have any type of like storage closet for like brooms and all that type of stuff. So it does have to stay in our garage. So I do want to find some sort of storage solution for either the wall, because right now everything just accumulates in a bucket and it's just not working for us. So I would like to find some sort of wall storage. So we put all of this stuff that we no longer wanted or was trash out for the garbage people, and they will come and pick it up. A lot of times things get kind of picked through, just people wanting things, so they can take what they want and then the rest goes into the trash. So storage bins for me are such a lifesaver. The better quality, the longer they last. One thing that I have learned is to try to find a storage bin that you really like and stick with it. Make sure it's good quality, that they're easy to find, because I like when everything's really cohesive in color and the lids and everything. Right now we kind of have a lot of mismatched ones. Hopefully over time we can kind of accumulate all the same types of storage boxes, but that is just my preference. I love when everything matches. If I had to choose one, I think Home Depot has the really good sturdy ones. They're black and yellow, and then Costco also has a really similar one to that. They come in all different sizes, but they have a black bottom with the yellow top. You guys will see later. So this was the really large wall in our garage, and as you see, we had to shift all of that stuff over so we can get the shelves in on that wall. So it does get worse before it gets better, I will warn you. We also had this little wood pile in the shed that was kind of just accumulating a lot of wood, so little by little I took it out to our wood pile in the back and combined that all out there. So we found these industrial type shelves at Lowe's. I believe they were about $109 or $110 a piece. So we ended up going with 3 of them, and we lined them all up on that back wall. And these are really nice. They're sturdy. They have like a plywood type piece that lies right in the center, and it's sturdy, durable, and it's been holding up our stuff really, really well. I also found this shelf at Walmart. This one was about $44, and it's definitely not as heavy duty as the other ones, but this one I plan on putting in the corner and putting a lot of our like emergency type bins on there, and like extra water and things for like emergency situations. So this is specifically for that. And this one was really easy to put together. I put this together in like 10 minutes all by myself. One thing that I wish we could have done this time was epoxy the garage floor. However, we just didn't have the time. That usually takes like 3 or 4 days cure time, and we just didn't have the time right now. So hopefully one day we will be able to do that and really enhance the garage. One thing that I love about the garage storage is that these go a little bit higher than just stacking things regularly, so you're really utilizing the height of your garage space. It is a little deceiving because you wouldn't think that they have that much space or that they allow for that much space, but once you get everything stacked on there, and because they are like 5 shelves high, they really do hold a lot. It's really nice. These are the storage bins that I really love. They're very durable, the black with the yellow top. You can find them at Home Depot, Costco, and we found this little gem. Me and Brandon's engagement pictures, we were just babies. We were so young. And once you start going down memory lane, I bought this box at a thrift store about 14 years ago for $20. The guy at the thrift store just gave me the whole box for 20 bucks. And of course I was like ecstatic. At the time I didn't have kids or anything, so I am now so excited to pass all of these old baseball cards down to my boys. A lot of these cards are 70s, 80s, and 90s, but there are some fun ones in here. There's Ken Griffey, there's a Magic Johnson, there's a Mario Andretti. They are just a mix of a ton of cards. Is Roger Clemens, Darryl Strawberry, Mark McGuire, Ricky Henderson, Steve Garvey. There are so many from when I was growing up. There's some like Marvel type cards in there. There's a Ken Griffey Jr., Cal Ripken. There is just so much. I just ordered some binders and sleeves so we can get all of these cards into plastic so that they're safe. This is another favorite bin of mine. So in this bin I have a bunch of old records, and these are so special. These are actually my mom and dad's records, and then some that I have found myself as well. But I love them because my mom and dad listened to them when they were young, and they are some of their favorite bands and bands that I have grown up listening to. Bread and Michael Jackson, the Commodores, Johnny Cash. There are just so many good ones. And then some of my favorites are all of the Rod Stewart albums. I am obsessed. I love anything Rod Stewart. I need to get a new record player so I can pull these out of the garage and start listening to them again. But yeah, all the Rod Stewart, they have my heart. They are just my favorite. So let me know in the comments below, what are your favorite records? Do you still listen to records? I'd love to know what your guys' favorite records are. So now that I know what is in each of the bins, I can go and move forward with labeling. So I was able to get my garage bins all labeled and organized using my Cricut Maker 3. Some of my favorite features of the new Cricut Maker 3 are the Bluetooth wireless technology, the fact that it cuts over 300 materials from delicate fabrics to paper to mat board, leather, and it even has a docking slot and a USB port for charging devices and built-in storage. I love using the Cricut design space to design all different types of projects. For this one, I'm going to be doing the labels. It's really easy to use, so I am just going in and adding some text, writing exactly what I want on my label. Then I'm going to choose a font that I like. I want something that's a little bit thicker and something that's very easy to read on my labels. So I'm going with Trade Gothic Display for these labels. Then you go in and adjust to exactly what size you want these labels. So I want mine 4 inches in width by 2 inches in height. I'm going to lock that in so they stay that size. And once you're ready to cut your label, you click Make It. Another amazing option with the Cricut Maker 3 is that it gives you the option to cut without the mat or with the mat. So if you're using one of Cricut's smart materials, you may not need a mat to cut on. For today, I'm using the Cricut removable premium vinyl. So I'll click on the mat and get ready to prepare for my cut. Here is where you can set your boundaries and even make multiple copies if you have several of the same label. Then it's going to ask you what material you're using. They're really easy to find. You can just put it in the search or you can scroll all of the materials. Yes, the Cricut can cut all of these materials. Another thing that I love about the design space is it literally walks you through every single step. So it tells you exactly what to put where and what to push. It makes it so simple. So I am just putting my vinyl right on the mat there. It sticks really well to that mat. And then sliding this in, pushing the insert button, and the go button will light up when it's ready. And once you push it, it is ready to start cutting. This machine is really fun to watch, but even more fun to design things. I love designing cards and decals, stickers. There is so much to do. So once I have my sticker, I'm just going to weed through and pull off all the excess kind of surrounding sticker that you don't need. And there might even be a couple little centers in there that I'm going to pull out using my Cricut tool. Then I'm going to grab some of the Cricut transfer tape and cut out a piece just big enough for this label, pull the backing off, and I'm going to place this right on top of that sticker. You can use your finger to go over it, just push it down really well. I'm going to use my little Cricut spreader thing here, make sure I get all those little air bubbles out, making sure my bin is nice and clean. I'm going to put this label right on there, right in the center where it's easy to read. I'm going to push it down really well and even use my little Cricut spreader, make sure that it's on there really good. Then I'm going to take that transfer tape off. It peels off so nice and easy and a little bit satisfying. And there is your label. So that one was kind of a little test to make sure I liked how it looked. So now I can go and do a full page just like I did, cut out all of my labels from one sheet, transfer them all in one sheet, and then you just individually cut them and then place them on your bin. Cricut makes it so easy to get organized and stay organized and make it look good too. It really is the ultimate cutting machine. And moving on to this little corner we got going on here, I was able to start cleaning everything out. I did find this fast track rail by Rubbermaid to put on the wall, and it keeps everything nice and organized up off the floor. I will link this one below if you guys are interested. But I'm just going to go through everything, make sure that there is no trash hanging around in there, and then get everything out of the way so we can hang that up on the wall there. This one I did need my husband's help for. We had to screw it into the studs, and it is kind of a two-person job, so we did use 2 people for that. And if you remember how this garage started, it was way overdue for some storage and organization, and now it looks like this, which is way more organized. Things are up and off of the floor, which I love. This little corner is no longer a problem. It's so easy to reach things and grab things if we need them. All the bikes and the kids' stuff is right in that corner there, so it's easy for them to grab things as well. My little paint cabinet or paint closet is way more organized. I can see things. I got rid of quite a bit. Our bins are labeled and organized. It's so much easier to find things. We know exactly where things are now, and it is so much better than having a big mess in the garage. I hope this video helped or inspired you to get organized or start a new project, or if it didn't, I hope you enjoyed just watching us get organized. And with that, we'll catch you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching.